They say great things come in pairs. I'm talking Drake and Josh, Jack and Daxter, Sadness and Sorrow. So today we're here to talk about some of the greatest duos in anime. Now let's start off with Goku and Vegeta, my goats. Off the first interaction, they bonded over the evisceration, the absolute ass whooping of Nappa, who, after squad wiping the Z Fighters, is about to hit Gohan with the meanest curb stomp ever. But Goku makes it in time to save him. He then peeps that Nappa just put his entire team on pack watch, so he charges up so he can start sliding for his mans. And Vegeta, one of the greatest haters in the game, accidentally became one of the greatest hype man of all time with the iconic
"It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Let my bros hype me up like this, I'm greening everything." Goku then proceeds to disrespect the hell out of Nappa. They say never let a Saiyan know that they're stronger than you, cause god damn.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Nappa ends up getting absolutely bodied and Goku throws him over to Vegeta for a true combo level 3 super for game.
You are a worthless bitch ass nigga.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Now this is what I call peak synergy. Of course, they then proceed to give us the 5-star classic of Vegeta, the cold-blooded, prideful Saiyan Prince, versus Goku, the good-hearted, low-class warrior. And even though Vegeta did beat Goku's ass, he doesn't accept it as a win because he didn't really win the fight in the end. This fight starts their nature versus nurture dynamic, which continues throughout the entire series. Fast forward to Namek, Vegeta and Goku get ready for an all-time classic tag team match of Ginyu and Jace versus Goku and
Have fun, Kakarot!
You stupid.
Whoa, brother, whoa, now.
Alright, let's redo that. Fast forward to Namek, where their bond as two of the last remaining Saiyans is put on the forefront when Vegeta breaks down and pleads to Goku to put an end to Frieza for their people. And Goku truly comes to understand Vegeta and accepts his request. This eventually leads into Goku turning into a Super Saiyan, where as soon as Vegeta comes back to life, he immediately goes to Goku and is nothing but proud in that moment because he sees that achieving Super Saiyan is possible and that someone of the Saiyan race is finally putting an end to Frieza.
Well. Kakarot, you dog! You did it! You actually did it! You're a Super Saiyan! I can see it!
This is just pure respect in this moment. We can then move on to the Cell Saga, where Goku ends up being half the reason Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, Vegeta returning to Earth and then gently kicking Goku to safety. This moment. And let's not forget Goku rage baiting the hell out of Vegeta right here.
Call me crazy, but you make it sound as if you've become a great deal stronger than I am.
Sure, I'm far above you.
Oh my god!
Goku had to let him know he ain't top dog no more. Shit, not even top 2. And Vegeta knew that off the strength of this scene alone. Vegeta could tell Gohan is the real top dog in this situation. And I'll be real, Vegeta and Gohan's dynamic is one of the best in the show. But that's besides the point, that's a different video. Moving on to the Buu Saga, which has some of their best moments. They've been away for 7 years, but they're so locked in this situation that they can have a full conversation without saying anything. Like, come on, bro. The entire Majin Vegeta section is just about him and Goku until he decides to go nuclear to protect everyone. And as Vegeta's about to pull an electrode, he monologues about his family and he includes his dog. Like, how can someone not like their dynamic interactions at this point? And we're not even close to done, because after Vegeta comes back to life, he and Goku touch tips.
You're gay! He's gay!
You mean to tell me that's not what they're doing right here? I don't make the rules. But come on, they're so in sync that they literally became one nigga. And sometimes a different one. Yeah, they eventually unfuse and go on a magical adventure in Buu's body.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
When they get out and start fighting Kid Buu on the Supreme Kai's planet, there is a moment that we all know. And it's one of the greatest moments in Dragon Ball. When Vegeta reflects on his bond with Goku and puts all his pride to the side to say,
Hang in there, Kakarot. You are number 1.
This moment is perfect.
Something to me, man.
You could tie a nice bow right here on Vegeta's character arc and his bond with Goku. If you don't like their dynamic at this point, you're lying to yourself. And that's all before Super, where they're finally training together and they're actually jumping people as a unit. I don't gotta say more. The development of the relationship is peak and without question, one of the greatest duos in anime. And if Goku and Vegeta are the standard for rival duos, then Gon and Killua are the standard for just being homies. Their friendship deadass makes Hunter x Hunter what it is. Like, I can't imagine you liking this show if you hate one or the other. They're like the sun and the moon, the yin and yang, my controller in the wall after this goddamn minigame. Like, I need to know who play tested it and thought, yeah, this is okay.
Hang that nigga now! I got the rope right here.
Back to the topic. You can't have one without the other. They balance each other out, and that's what makes their brotherhood fire. Without Killua, Gon turns into a YN because Killua pulls him back from moments where Gon is about to crash out. Without Gon, Killua never gets past the Zoldyck arc and never gets to live for himself. They provide what the other needs. Killua wanted a friend and someone he could actually have fun with. Gon, probably without even realizing it, definitely needed someone that was more level-headed so that they can help him whenever Gon's getting a little too emotional about something. They don't always agree and their goals might not even be the same, but they rock with each other regardless. They're constantly pushing each other forward, like when they were learning Nen inside the Heavens Arena, or when they were getting trained by Biscuit. As one grows, the other refuses to be left behind. They would achieve great heights with or without each other, but because they are there to push each other, they're able to, in the words of my Lord and Savior, Yami Sekihiro,
今ここで限界を超えろ。
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
their best moments aren't even when they're fighting. It's just when they're chilling and doing joint operations. So when they were trying to do recon and evade the Phantom Troop, or when they're trying to just get through Greed Island. Like through all these arcs, they move as a unit, and what makes their brotherhood even better is that they move forward without having to be near each other. Like when Gon decides to train with Biscuit as Killua leaves to go get his hunter badge, or during the Chimera Ant arc where they separate and then, let's just say, shit hits the fan. This arc definitely changes them because with Gon's help, Killua reaches a point where he starts to really find his purpose and become his own person, while Gon just starts tweaking the fuck out. For a great reason, but damn, I didn't want to see the little homie go through it. We all know the moment. Gon completely crashes out and trades his future for more power to apply belt on Pito. This is one of the best moments of Hunter x Hunter, and it's a moment where the MC does something, I won't say completely out of character, because we know Gon be trying not to rage out, but compare his usual optimistic self to what he is in this moment. Now think about the majority of Gon's rage moments. It's always Killua stopping him from going over the edge. For example, in episode 116, Killua manages to calm Gon down enough to where, honestly, if Killua wasn't there, instead of him transforming in 131, it would have been this episode. But that's the difference. In 131, Killua is not there to stop Gon, and we see what happens to him. I won't say Killua was protecting Gon, but he was shielding him from himself in a lot of situations. And in this one moment, he couldn't reach Gon in time. Gon does something that satisfies his wants in this moment, but damages himself forever. After this moment, he does get taken to a hospital where we figure out that no one can truly help him, but this is where their friendship truly peaks, because Killua is the one to get Gon back on his feet, which would have never happened if he didn't help Killua reach a point of wanting to find his own purpose. In this case, wanting to protect his sister. This is why I say they balance each other and make each other better, and why, honestly, they might be the best duo in anime. But let's continue, because if we're talking duos, there is no way in hell I can't include Ash and Pikachu. This is not just a kid in his starter, which we've all related to. My first mainline Pokemon game was Emerald, with my Mudkip simply named Cool Guy, all caps. The team was Cool Guy the Swampert, Swellow, Aggron, Swalot, Absol, and Gardevoir. Young me kinda cooked with this team, but with that said, that was a short experience compared to Ash's time spent with Pikachu. Shit, my copy of Emerald is long gone. They have been putting in numbers since before and after my time with Cool Guy. They've been through around 200 battles, all the mainline regions besides Paldea. Ash uses Pikachu so much, he has to be over level 100. But Ash lost a level 5 Snivy. I don't care what anyone says, that shit was filler. That was the equivalent of the Bount arc, or the Mizuki tracking mission. Easily one of the worst moments in the Pokemon anime, 100%. Sure, Zekrom was nerfing my boy, but he still should have won. But back to reality. Pikachu has gone toe to toe with and beaten legendaries, beaten pseudos that don't even fully evolve until level 45 and higher. Of course, the anime doesn't follow the game's logic, so levels aren't really a thing, but come on. Sure, Ash has other Pokemon he has a great bond with, like his regional aces, Charizard, Sceptile, Infernape, Crocodile, Greninja, Lycanroc, and Lucario. And you can make an argument for Cyndaquil, Bayleaf, or Heracross for Johto. That's a great lineup with some great stories. But at the end of the day, Pikachu is his strongest Pokemon. Full stop. Pikachu got the most battles, a great win-loss ratio compared to every other ace, and unlike his regional teams and aces that rotate out, Pikachu is always there. They've legitimately been through everything together. From Ash getting Pikachu as a starter and getting shocked, to both of them protecting each other from the the Sparrows, to being the reason Ash got his first gym badge, to then competing with legendaries, and of course being Ash's final Mon when he won both the Alola League and Masters 8. They was doing the father-son Kamehameha to get the chip. Those wins were great because Ash needed a win after the highway robbery that was the Kalos League, but we don't gotta talk about that here because I talked about it a little bit inside this video. And how can you forget when Pikachu started crying when Ash turned to stone? Shit had young me going through it. When I think about it, they have genuinely been a part of my entire life, and their final send-off was perfect. Side note, Pokemon Horizons is fire. I understand that our boy Ash is not in the show no more and it's a new cast, and you've probably seen how one of the MCs caught a shiny Rayquaza, and you might think it's bullshit, but honestly when you watch the show, you'll see that it's fire. I say give it a shot. But regardless, Ash and Pikachu's bond is undeniable, and put some respect on their name. Now, I want to assume everyone here has watched, seen, or at least heard of Spice and Wolf, but just in case, I'm gonna give you a super simple synopsis. Craft Lawrence is a traveling merchant. He comes across Holo, a wolf deity with centuries of wisdom and the ability to read anyone's character like a book. Holo wants to go back to her hometown, and Lawrence wants to open up his own shop. They work together to do a whole bunch of scheming, finessing, and bag chasing while on the road, so that both of them could achieve their goal, and in the meantime, they're forming a relationship, let's say. That's the most basic way I could summarize this show, and if that sounds ass to you, just watch it and thank me later. The economics, the bag chasing part is great, but watching Holo and Lawrence banter and scheme are the best parts in the show. Holo might be the best finesse in the game. She be false advertising the merch hard body just to make some more money, and she's mad quick on her feet, like when she sees through Zaren's whole plan and notices the coin purity scheme that he was trying to do. Lawrence pretty much would have got fleeced if not for Holo here. That's not to say he isn't a good merchant, because he is, but he definitely would have took more L's without her help. They kind of fulfill each other's needs. Like Lawrence is good on his own, but with Holo's help, he gets way closer to his goal of owning a shop. And in Holo's case, Lawrence gives her a sense of, I guess, normalcy. Like she's revered as a deity while also being forgotten about due to the church influence and just the passage of time. But Lawrence is treating her normal and gives her a real relationship. The real moments when Holo like switches her smug act to talk about how she truly feels, like how she kind of feels lonely about how the villages are just moving on without her, makes for great moments. And they're only possible because she trusts Lawrence. Their dynamic made the show a fantastic watch, to the point where I even watched the 2024 remake and enjoyed it again. I need season 2 to come out soon before I just decide to read the light novel. And yes, this is romance, if you somehow didn't know that yet. It's a slow show, so you know the romance is slow as well, which doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you need to temper your expectations. And just enjoy their interactions, because they make for one of the greatest duos in anime. But that's a wrap for this video. Appreciate all the support, and let me know down in the comment section some other of the greatest duos, honestly, in all of fiction. And on that note, I hope you all have a great day.